Well, if you'll remember, we not only get to see the external things that go on in David's life, but we're privy to those internal thoughts, those struggles that he had, those praises for the Lord that he has, because the Psalm shows us David's internal thoughts, shows us those struggles, shows us those praises. And if you remember from yesterday's reading, we saw a rebellion that was led by his son, Absalom. And Psalm chapter 3 is written in response to the events that happened with Absalom. Whenever Absalom came in to basically take over the kingship and David and his people fled Jerusalem, this is written in response to that. So let me read to you Psalm chapter 3, beginning in verse 1. Lord, how my foes increase. There are many who attack me. Many say about me, there is no help for him in God, Selah. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, and the one who lifts up my head. I cry aloud to the Lord, and he answers me from his holy mountain, Selah. I lie down and sleep. I wake again because the Lord sustains me. I will not be afraid of thousands of people who have taken their stand against me on every side. Rise up, Lord, save me, my God. You strike all my enemies on the cheek. You break the teeth of the wicked. Salvation belongs to the Lord. May your blessings be on your people. And well, we see here in verse 1 and 2 that the problem is kind of colored here, that we see the overwhelming circumstances that David is facing here. He said there's, the foes increase everywhere, and people are saying about him that there's no help from God. It's kind of like David's by himself. The enemy is too big. There's no help coming from David. And instead of focusing on his circumstances there in verse 3, David looked up and he focused on the Lord. He said, but you, Lord, you are a shield around me, my glory, and the one who lifts up my head. He looked to God. He saw that in God, that was his protection, that was the one who would take care of him. And he knew that he was not forgotten. He knew, like verse 5 says, that God sustains him. He knew that God was looking after him and taking care of him. And so he would not be afraid. Even though the enemy was great, even though the circumstances seemed insurmountable to all those around him, he would not be afraid. And he put his hope in the Lord for the Lord's salvation. You see, when troubles come our way, I know at least in my life, when troubles come our way, it's so easy to focus on the circumstances of life. It's so easy to fall into that. But let us look up to the Lord and remember that God is on his throne. Look up to him, living for him, knowing that God is on his throne. Join me again tomorrow as we continue to look at the life of David.